Hi guys, welcome back. You're watching the Gamecast. My name is Denzel, and today we're back with a brand new video about Age of Empires. But no, it's not going to be Age of Empires 3 again, like the last time. It's going to be Age of Empires 2 HD, the game from 2013. So, I'm a big Age of Empires fan, and I just wanted to do another video about one of the older games. And after this, I'm even going to head back to Age of Empires 1, the first game. So I thought, why not just do it differently and start at the last one and go back to the first one. Well, last one, well, not technically not the last one, because there came another one out. Age of Empires 4 came out like half a year or a year ago. Maybe I'm gonna make a video about that after. So the order of the videos is gonna be weird as fuck. But it doesn't matter. So, we've been playing Age of Empires 2 HD for a couple of days now. I did a couple of matches. I had to get into the vibe because it's different than Age of Empires 3. I gotta be honest. Of course, I've played this game back in the day. It's been a long time, but I had to upgrade my skills again. I didn't know how to play. There are a lot more materials together. You also have to collect gold and you have to collect stone separately. So it takes a lot more effort. Besides that, the game is on high speed. So even if you play on normal, the game is pretty high speed. You have to be quick with building your stuff, gathering the materials, and upgrading your town as quick as possible. Because if you're not fast enough, people will attack you. So the first time I started playing it, I resigned a couple of times because I was busy building my town and everyone was quicker than me. As fast as I tried to be, everyone was quicker as me with going to the next age. So when they're quicker, they can build their armies faster, they can do the upgrades faster, and for some reason everyone was not only quicker with going to the next age, but they also already had their armies ready. And I was playing on normal, guys. So I had to up my game. So eventually I even changed maps. I didn't change the difficulty or the speed, but I did change maps and eventually went to an island map, somewhat island. It was connected, but there was more water in between, so it definitely was it for me. So it definitely was it. This made it harder for the enemies to get to me because there was more between us than just water. There was a part of land connected, but between me and enemies in the part of land, there was also an ally of mine who was fighting the enemy. So it was definitely easier for me this way. But it was a damn hard game, man. I couldn't play it on my own tempo. I had to be fast. I had to be really fast with building stuff. And Age of Empires 3 is fast, but this game just tops it off a little bit more even. So that's kind of crazy. So if you're playing this as a newbie player, I would recommend dropping your difficulty to easy mode, not even normal, because normal is pretty hard. Even if when you're in the beginning, you have to learn what to do, you have to build some buildings, and you have to check all the upgrades you can do, which one you want to do first, which one you want to do later. So play it on an easy, like peaceful mode or whatever, so you can just gather resources and build everything on your own speed. Because if you play it on a normal speed, like I just told you, they will attack you like nuts and you won't have time to do anything else. Because if you won't have an army ready within 10 to 15 minutes, you will get destroyed. Because the game, the difference between this and Age of Empires 3, if you are creating forces like soldiers or soldiers on horseback or whatever, you create them one at a time. And at Age of Empires 3, which is a massive upgrade, I gotta be honest. You can build like troops 5 at a time. So you click 5 times and they will spawn 5 at a time. So you can build your armies quicker. This takes like 30 seconds to create one, or longer, 30 seconds, I think 60 or 70 seconds to create one troop. So do the math, it takes a long fucking time to create an army. So if you don't start building an army in the beginning, you can do it later on. If you decide to do it later on when you have more coin, you're too late, because by the time you've built your army, there are already so many enemy forces coming in to destroy you. But I don't want to hang on this. I don't want to stay stuck on this. I just want to notify. That's a hard thing. I played this back in the day and I never had this issue. But maybe because I'm used to Age of Empires 3 and now I'm playing Age of Empires 2, and I'm just noticing It takes a lot longer, and you have to play faster, and it really is a high-paced game. So Age of Empires 2, of course, is a lot older game. So if we're talking about the graphics, yes, the graphics are a lot worse than Age of Empires 3. Age of Empires 3 just has great graphics. It looks great. It runs great. So that's a downside about Age of Empires 2, but that's something you probably already know when you started watching this video. You weren't too specific on the graphics, because then you shouldn't play Age of Empires 2. It's just a very old game. But it's all about the mechanics and how the game works. It's a very strategic game. It's a pretty high-paced game. It's just awesome to build your empire, destroy other cities, just create a city even, build the walls and stuff. That's all awesome. So this game does it all great. One great thing is you can build. You have a unit limit. Sorry, I wanted to say troops, but it are troops, but it's units, also villagers and stuff. You got a limit of 500. That's the max. At Age of Empires 3, it's a lot lower. You even have a building limit at Age of Empires 3 for the watchtowers and stuff. At this game, non-existent. You can build as many as you want. And 500 units is a lot. Because I didn't get to 500 units. I didn't even get close. The game I had the most units was like 160 or whatever. And then I already finished the game. So, that's a very a great upside of this game. That you can build that many troops. You just have to build a lot of houses. So that's the other thing. At Age of Empires 3, you can place a lot of units per house. At this game, you have to build a lot of houses, like a lot of fucking houses, before you are able to create as many troops as you want. It isn't really a big thing because the houses aren't too expensive. It just takes a lot of land, but it doesn't really matter as well. So you can build a lot of troops, you can build some crazy-ass armies, you can create walls of watchtowers, which is awesome. You can just spam the whole map, and it's a small game, so it doesn't take too many effort of your PC. So that's pretty awesome. One downside is a lot of resources. If you haven't played any other Age of Empires and you come from Age of Empires 1 or whatever, you're used to having a lot of resources to collect, like stone, gold, food, and wood. At Age of Empires 3, they brought it back to only stone and gold in one. So that's actually gold. You don't collect stone. Stone, wood, and food. Which is better if you ask me, because this is a lot. This requires a lot. It helps a lot that you can create almost 500 villagers. Well, you need an army, so let's say 300, 350 villagers, which you can use to collect all the resources. There are a lot of resources, but if you're playing with a lot of players, you run out of resources real quick, but that doesn't really influence the gameplay. So it's still very nice to play this game. So as for the mechanics, I would recommend this game greatly. For the graphics, a little less, but I love old games and I don't really pinch on their graphics too much, but I'm used to Age of Empires 3. Age of Empires 3 is a very great game. The mechanics are great as well. You have a few lows about not being able to create like 500 units. There's a limit on everything, but that doesn't influence the gameplay too much. You'll get used to it. And it's nice to have lesser resources than this game. This game is still amazing. Everything about this game is amazing. But I would recommend Age of Empires 3 a little bit more. But if you just love a strategic game, a strategic warfare game, you want to build an empire, play with your friends, because you can play it on multiplayer online or co-op, LAN, whatever. It's all possible. It's great. I didn't play it on multiplayer. I did with Age of Empires 3, but I'm used to Age of Empires 3. If I would do it on this game, I would probably get completely fucked up by the other players, because I couldn't even handle the fucking standard mode against NPCs. So, whatsoever, it's a great game. I do recommend it. You can buy it on Steam at the moment for like 10 bucks. Again, like the previous video, the game was also 10 bucks. I just checked it. It's weird, but this one was also in a discount. It's absolutely worth it. You can spend a lot of hours in it. Every game, again, is great. You got multiple maps. You got a lot of stuff to do. You can play with different countries. Like, I'm playing with Persians. You can play with the Brits, whatever. And you all have different armies, different warriors. With this team, I even had war elephants and stuff. So that's fucking awesome. I recommend it. I gave it a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. It's pretty high for these types of games. So it's not my favorites, but to be clear, it's my opinion. So I'm no one. I'm just one random guy that gives his opinion about this game. So don't blame me if your opinion doesn't agree with mine. But I hope I gave you guys some nice video and some nice ins and outs about this game. It's a very old game, but it's definitely worth playing. I'll make a video about the Definitive Edition from Age of Empires 2. I'm not a big fan of the Definitive Edition, so let that be clear. I'll make a video about it. I think they took the best parts out and put some new stuff in that just didn't do any good to the game. So I'll make a video about it. I've already played the Definitive Edition, but I just didn't enjoy it. So I gotta play it a couple more hours, even when I don't enjoy it, just to make a video for you guys. So it will be coming up, but I like this one more, so that's why I made the video about this game. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna make an end, because otherwise I keep talking and the video will be too long and nobody will finish watching it. So, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Hope you'll tune in to my next video. Please don't forget to subscribe. It would be great. Thank you guys, and see you next time. Love.